This is my Porsche 911 that you and I know as Little Irish. And this is the damage it incurred when being transported during its time off the road. Looks like we got another problem to solve. Yep, so there was a bit more to the story of the car breaking down, because not only did the car sustain a critical engine failure, it also got in the wars. It turns out the car, which went on a closed trailer, didn't go inside the trailer far enough. Tailgate has come up with some rivets on the inside that have kindly done that on the bumper for a very long time. It's gone right the way through to the plastic on the bumper. As you can see, it's scuffed all the way along. It doesn't look pretty. Annoying, yes, but it does present an opportunity. The car needed a couple of discrepancies rectifying anyway, which, to be honest, have evolved over time. Where it's my daily and it's done a solid 80,000 miles since the respray in 2019. Nothing lasts forever, right? So we've got a little bit of bubbling on the near side rear arch, and then what looks like either reaction to the paint or some corrosion happening underneath the paint surface on the car that does need rectifying. So we're going to get all of that done. I've obviously come to the right place here at Shorade, which is a Porsche Recommended Repairer here at the Bristol facility, to get this sorted and the near side arch, hopefully in time for me to do a very big road trip in a few short weeks. But first, the obligatory wash down so we can fully assess the damage. And so to Phil, Group VDA at Shorade, which stands for
Vehicle Damage Assessor. Yeah.
You're the guy.
Work
You're
me
the guy we need.
Work me way up, yeah.
I mean, you're just explaining away from the cameras that depending on like the size of the job, sometimes you'd strip the car down in order to estimate.
Yeah, so depending on where it is, obviously behind the front or rear bumper, you can't see behind them. We haven't got x-ray eyes, so it's always nice to do a pre-strip, take the bumper off, and then you can see the full damage to send to the insurance, or even if it's a private quote to the customer.
Could we just have a look at like the specific like damage on this in a bit more detail, and you just maybe explain what's likely going to happen from this point? Is that okay?
So on this one, it'll be a case of the bumper will come off, depending on how bad it is, whether it will go to the panel beat or straight to the painter, something like that. I would say you would give it to a panel beater, but it would be a case probably just deer it out.
Okay, yeah.
And then give it to the painter.
And would you paint the whole bumper or just?
Yeah.
With the bit round there's a bit more involved, I would say, or?
The bumper would come off, light out, you'll be taking the glass out.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it goes too close to the door, you're likely to be blending into the door for colour match. We tend not to take if you can help it, take the front screen out. If you can mask it, because you've risk of stone chips and it cracking, and you don't want that. And obviously replacing the decals, because obviously we won't lacquer over them, so they'll come off and then they'll all be replaced.
That sounds quite involved.
Yeah.
More than I was expecting, but just to get that right. But having seen like from previous videos, like with the blue car, no stone unturned like here, and it's all in the prep really. So it kind of doesn't surprise me. But again, as an untrained person, I'm like, you just blow that bit in, don't you?
Yeah, no, it's literally like that. Even though it's just that panel, it's not like all. You'll be painting basically to right the way to the end of the A-pillar, right the way to the sill.
Yeah.
Because we don't do fade outs.
Yeah.
It's literally take it to the end of the edge panel. It's what's right for the car.
And so began Phil's assessment, going over the whole car and marking off all the work required to bring Little Irish back to its best. And this is how I left the car, as the team got to work and I was instructed to return at a later date. So it is 1 week later and a lot has happened and a lot has needed to happen. I've been so grateful that the Shorade team have cracked on and made great progress, because This car is due to be this time next week en route north on the most epic Driven Not Hidden collective adventure. And right now it's very much going nowhere. But good things are about to happen today. And thanks to the kindness of the Shorade team, they've invited me and you back to see it all. So we best get inside to this building where Little Irish is, inside the Shorade Bristol facility. Shorade, don't forget, being a Porsche Recommended Repairer. It means things are going to be done properly, and I'm going to share with you exactly what that means. Let's go in and see the car. Right, so lot to learn just having a chat with Dan, who's going to be painting this car today. And yeah, lot to learn. I'm just going to quickly pass it on. The bumper is what it is. We kind of know the story there. Damaged, etch primed, going to be painted. With here, lots was going on. The good news is the bubble that we saw here, the guys were thinking, oh, that's going to be a sure sign of further corrosion underneath the paint. As it turns out, not the case. So that is good news. That's where you can get into new panels and wings just from that little bit. As the tip of the iceberg, as they say, what you can see, the bubble is the tip. Or the cherry on the top of a rusty cake. Not the case here, that's good. What was along here though, which to the naked eye wasn't as prominent as this bubble, but the reality was it was far more serious. It was a sign that moisture was being held within the panel, which the guys have got rid of. This is interesting. This has gone back to metal there, as you can see, and then etch primed. What is that? That was bird poo, bird droppings. It stayed on there for too long and eaten into the paint. I'm told the only way to sort that is to go right down to metal and start again. So that is what the guys have done. The reality is, if you have any bird droppings on your car, you need to get rid of it ASAP. It's really weird seeing this car like this, it has to be said. So the reason this was here is there was some pinching right here. It had been there for 4 or 5 years. When this rubber was put back in, it pinched the paint is the best way to describe it. So that's being sorted. I'm aware I shouldn't be touching this because I'm going to be putting my oily fingers on the car. That explains the problems that's been unearthed with Little Irish. Some visible, some not. And now we're going to see all of that put right. The process is going to be as follows. It's all kind of ready to go, ready for the stuff to come out of the pot today. So it's going to get a ground coat, base coat first, which is going to be black because of the top coat of the car. Not all primer or ground coats are grey, believe it or not. So it's going to have a ground coat, it's then going to dry off naturally, and then it's going to have its paint and lacquer be baked off here inside the oven at Shorade Bristol. Let's get down to action. Luckily for you, I was able to film the action so long as I was masked and suited up. And so I donned some quality clobber, which reminded me of Take That's Christmas hit, Stay Another Day. Now you've seen the Shorade procedure on this channel over the years, so you'll know a final rub down with an airline gets rid of any lingering contaminants which might have attached to the bodywork in the time it took me to don my PPE. This was followed by an application of the ground coat, as we mentioned earlier. After the ground coat was baked off, that so beautiful shade of Irish green was again applied to the Carrera's curves, expertly applied by Dan. Watching paint being applied is weirdly cathartic, so at this point I'll keep quiet so we can all enjoy the experience. car was then left to bake in the ovens before the lacquer went on in 2 coats, with my camera riding solo for this particular section. And there we are. I need to be quick because it's about to get very hot in here, but as you can see, no longer work in progress from Dan's point of view. Done an excellent job there, thank you Dan, top man. And this is the thing, when you come to places like here at Shorade, it's just full of car enthusiasts. I keep chatting to the staff and they're all into their cars, which is lovely. It's lovely because it means the staff care about these cars just as much as we do. And when they are, you know, reviving as it is, you know, your pride and joy, that really does count for a lot for me in my book, so really, really good to see. We had that base coat, as a reminder, the ground coat of black. Dan's then put 2 coats of Irish green on, baked it off for a little bit, then put the clear coat on, which has been done. It looks spectacular, absolutely spectacular, flawless to my naked eye. But next step is it gets baked off in the oven, and then the next step is polishing. So none of that involves me. So I'm going to get out of the way, let the oven do its thing, and then let the guys, the talented team here at Shorade Bristol, get the polishing done on the car to make it looking absolutely tip-top for its massive 4,000-mile road trip, which is only 6 days away at the time of recording. Excitement over for one day, this was not the end of the road. Next steps involve full polishing of the paint before reassembly. And so I was yet again summoned to return another week later. The result? Stunning. How mega does that look? I've shown on previous videos here at Shorade with the spectrometer what a bit of kit that is, I have to say. It almost makes paint codes redundant, I guess, because, you know, your paint code is what's it depicts the shade of paint that's applied at the factory, and then these cars go all off around the world, live in all sorts of temperatures, climates, get all these scuffs and marks and everything else. So then to just go off a paint code, you're never going to get a colour match, and a spectrometer perfects it, and that really is the word, it perfects the colour match. As you can see here, original, if we can call it that, original Irish green paint on my car with the carbon fibre deck lid. You've then got the plastic bumper next to it, and then the metal wing. 3 different materials, and yet the Irish green colour is perfect in terms of consistency of shade. It really is bang on. Really happy with that. No filler in there, as we saw as well, which is really good. You remember this like bubbling along here? It turned out to be superficial, which is great. The guys to begin with were quite worried that that was going to be the tip of the iceberg, so to speak, but superficial, came off nice and easy. So fingers crossed we're set up for success for quite a while. The other bit I want to point out is the decal down the side, the Porsche script, because this first bit of the decal is underneath PPF, and I didn't want the PPF coming off the wing. So the original decal is still under there, and then the guys have expertly put on a new Porsche script down the side of the car that matches the height and everything else from the other side. So to be honest with you, all in all, it is just an awesome, awesome finish and an awesome result. And hopefully, fingers crossed, luck of the Irish, the end of the saga for 2026. We can get this car out of the various workshops it's been in over the past couple of weeks, months, and get out there on the open road. A massive, massive shout out to Shorade. You know, this is the real difference between a Porsche Recommended Repairer like Shorade and, to be honest, everyone else. The job is done properly. The job is done to standards as set by the manufacturer. And Shorade are vetted continuously in order to hold on to that prized recommended status. I've reaped the rewards of that here today with Little Irish. Hopefully you will in the future as well, if you need to call upon Shorade for their repair or indeed restoration across the 4 sites, which I'd like to point out are here in Bristol, Cannock, Cheltenham and now Tunbridge as well, okay? That's job done with Little Irish. Let's get this beautiful Irish green paintwork out into the sunshine and out on a public road. In the nick of time, Little Irish was back to looking and running its very best, which is just as well as the next morning, it and I were leaving for the trip of a lifetime.